right. All right. Welcome back, everybody. We are joined by AskLad. We're going to go ahead and move towards our next series. It's going to be loueMT versus Myriad. And what do you expect from this series? This is kind of, obviously loueMT is going to be favored here. It's going to be really, Myriad did give a really good performance versus Magic. So we can see what happens in this series.
Myriad is so happy right now, right at this moment, just to have beaten Magic and just, performed his due diligence. It must feel weird for players to just come into the tournament and know, yes, I am the absolute underdog. There are 4 players that I'm absolutely not expected to beat.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think that just alleviates a lot of the stress already.
Yeah, there is a certain kind of, relaxation of being the underdog, right? There's not as much pressure on you. Myriad did say in the interview, right, there's a clear difference between the top 4 players and the lower 4 players in this tournament. So definitely Myriad does feel that. But, as an underdog coming into this tournament, you still want to perform like you did versus Magic, right? So for Myriad, if you can take a game or two and even kind of threaten Louis, you never know. This is what happens in tournaments. So definitely expecting kind of a we'll see.
Hey, we've seen Valdemar take a game off of Louis already, and Louis just said himself, Valdemar just played better in that game.
Yeah, so
and
you can't.
It happens.
Yeah, so if you get 1 or 2 of those games, maybe your draft is not too bad, and you can get some of the favorable matchups. You never know. All right, looks like we're just setting up for our series. Both players are ready. Looks like setting up for the game. Yeah.
I was very worried the first day. When the guys played, that Louis was just looking a little disheveled, but no, that is his style. Now I feel mean about thinking that.
No, regardless, I think Louis is going to be ready. He's just so solid in terms of just generally, right? He's his macro, his playing style is just so safe, so methodical, and I think Myriad might try to do more of an aggressive play style to try to kind of contest that here.
Yeah, looking forward to see what Myriad is going to do against the Goliath that he has to go up against. Mm-hmm. Does he look at all stressed out to you? Don't think so.
Who, Myriad?
Yeah.
Yeah, he looks calm.
I think he just came from outside smoking. Okay, Kyle is just nodding at us vehemently. Yeah. We've got our draft already, and Louis got the first pick, Japan, once again.
He loves his Japan.
He has a 100% win rate in this tournament with Japan.
Yeah. Yeah, Myriad has some solid sibs. He's got some Zushi, nice Templar. Of course, we have... looks like we don't have... what's it called? Frisian Marshes. Oh, we do. Okay. And so other HRE, Rus, some definitely strong sibs. But Louis has Ottomans, has French, has Malians, of course, Japan, like you mentioned, and also English. And we know from yesterday how strong his English can be regardless of situation.
Yeah, Myriad getting the Zushi pick out of the way, so he secures it for himself as his own last pick, while Louis favored the Mongols this time around. Do you think that was to deny it, or just so he has it secure after the initial picks?
I think it might be just to deny it more so, just because I don't know if Louis likes Mongols that much. It depends also on the map, I guess, but sometimes it's depending on the spawn and the Dark Age aggression and things like that, it might be more kind of tricky to play against Mongols, but maybe Louis just wants to play it safe, kind of more standard, especially against a player that you kind of better than just in generally, right?
Yeah, exactly. Looking at our first map, we are going to Pigeon's View, and I think the players are already loading into the map. We will have Mali against Byzantine. Now, this used to be Mali didn't used to exist in this matchup way back when, and then nothing changed patch-wise, but honestly, suddenly I think it is slightly Mali favored.
Yeah, Mali's just solid all around, right? In this matchup especially, there's a lot of different kind of options you can do in Field Age. You just have to defend, but for Byzantines, you just have to be aggressive trying to stop that cap boom, right? Once you set up your cisterns, once you have your berries and stuff like that, you just want to put on the pressure.
And Byzantine has such a hard time dealing with the armored units. And Mali didn't used to go for early so far, but now that completely changed in the last few patches. And now we're seeing it much more often, and we'll see how Myriad deals with it. We've got Myriad in the northeastern spawn here in the yellow. And southwest, we've got loueMT on his Mali.
Yeah, I mean, at least for Myriad, you're not going to have to deal with the Dark Age aggression, right? You can be a little more calm because recently, all the Byzantine games, it seems that they have to deal with some Dark Age aggression.
Yeah.
You don't have to worry about your stone being denied or anything like that. You just kind of play your normal game.
I think it's nice to just have a normal setup.
Yeah, for Byzantines, right?
I mean, Mali doesn't mind too much to get aggressed early because they're so defensive, and your pit mine will still churn out gold for you, so you don't get denied too much, actually, and your opponent has to invest for it. But Byzantines, yeah, definitely happy.
Yeah, in terms of gold spawn for Louis, it's not too bad, actually. It's not too forward, and the second gold, although it could be a little far, the second goal is forward, but there is a corner goal that's really nice and tucked away. You can little small walls over there, just trying to protect it. So I don't think Louis is too upset about his gold spawn here.
Yeah, can also send a villager over, and then afterwards you just build a mill and eat a little bit of the berries, or you just jump away on the gold.
Yeah. Yeah, and the Grand Winery comes in. No more Hippodrome because you don't have to, because you don't have spears at your base. Always nice to have for Myriad.
He only builds it with 2 though, and immediately goes with 4 on the stone. So he wants to have a little bit of an economic advantage there. Louis though will very likely counter that immediately by going for his first cows. We'll see in a second.
Yeah, probably. I mean, he's just gonna scout this, right, and probably go for his cows and then second pit mine immediately. Just focusing on his economy as well for Louis, and that's when Mali is so dangerous, right? That early setup for the economy, cow boom scales so well. So let's see what Myriad does in response to try to deny that the behemoth of a cow boom, right?
Yeah, we already saw that Louis put a lot of houses on his gold mine right there. That is 3, 4, 7. As far as sheep count goes, slightly Myriad favored, but you know, Malians don't actually care.
Yeah. I mean, they can eat some beef if worst comes to worst, right? So it's not too big of a deal.
You will never actually run out of food. It's just a little more uncomfortable. And he's still absolutely fine with his current count. Manzakori going up with 4, so he's going to be up slightly faster. I mean, there's also the other option that Malians could go for, right? There is the option of the pro scouts, but we see it less and less, honestly.
I mean, typically, as Malians, you probably want to use pro scouts against a pro scout civ, right, to deny the pro scouts a little bit as well. But Myriad, he's going to be on berries, he's going to be on the sheep at most. Yeah. And so he's not going to be too worried about the deer. Also, the deer for Byzantines is behind, right?
Yeah. Byzantine, thankfully, do not really care. And with...
So a lot on stone, right? It could be... There's no cisterns coming up, so could kind of point to a 2TC play. We did see Myriad going for 2TC with Roost, so it's when it comes to 2TC unorthodox play, you never know. Myriad could just drop down a 2TC right here.
Yeah, I think we've seen Marine Lord do this exactly against... Was that against Mali, actually? I do think so. Where he just goes 2TC, and then Mali is the one that has to aggress you, and you just kind of try to survive. And it worked out for him, but this is a different matchup here, so... We'll see how he does it. There comes the TC in the middle. That's a very sweet place.
It looks, it looks nice.
It looks very nice. Imagine if the winery was there, but I'm not going to criticize.
Yeah, I did not notice that. I would actually also want that winery there, but yeah.
Maybe you're scared.
Yeah, when you're playing against Louis, you never know, right? A few warrior scouts might ruin your day.
Yeah, and there is that Mali opening that I've seen before. The moment you go up to Feudal Age, you just immediately pump out 3 cows instead of getting your eco upgrades, and now you're up 2 villagers.
Yeah. Yeah, thankful for Myriad, he's going to go for the 2TC plays, so eventually it will pay back in dividends in terms of more villagers. Also, securing those 2 berries is going to mean less harassment available for Louis, right? Louis goes out for the deer just because it's safe right now. There's no opponent units to worry about, so he's just going to get that high gather rate food instead.
Yeah, Louis read this perfectly. I mean, he hasn't seen the second TC yet. Will do so in a second. There it is. But his reaction is already the perfect match. He went directly for the second pit mine, has started his cow boom. It is just full greed mode, and yeah, he can get away with it.
Yeah. A lot of times when you're going second TC versus Malian, it just feels slow, right? Especially against the cow boom. They go up the castle, they just put on so much pressure. But like you said, maybe Byzantines is an option to go 2TC because if they already have so much economic advantage, right? With the cisterns, they can scale a lot better.
The cisterns just are such a nice multiplier on your villagers. Usually the TC just takes long enough to pay off.
You gotta move back. Looks like I think
Those guys are upgraded. Yeah, that is Warrior Scout damage, and this... yeah, I mean...
a little hesitation.
He's not even gonna lose it.
Yeah. And most of the villagers are on berries, right? Especially for Byzantines, this is the problem when you're getting kind of raided. You can't have all of your villagers inside of your TC.
Yeah, that is -1 for Myriad right there. He does have the second town center going, so that is nice, but keep in mind every single cattle purge with the 3 cows in it is 2 extra wills as well. As we see the Warrior Scouts take a loop around and go for another will, but Limitane are in time.
It was also going to some sofa. As you said, kind of a recent change where a lot more play for Fuel Age sofa or Malians against when you're trying to harass, right? It's a nice transition to castle, and we'll see when the first set of longbows come out.
Yeah, Myriad going for the longbows. The thing here is, I don't think he expects to go out of his base anytime soon, so stacking up the longbows in his base works for him.
I mean, he doesn't need to go out of his base, right? He has 2 batches of berries secured. Usually when you're trying to move out of your base as Byzantines to secure that second patch of berries to get your mercenaries. But right now, the second TC is on the berries, and you just need to secure this gold position, and it's not too much of an issue for him.
Yeah, I guess when Louis saw that spawn, he was like, yeah, that's not great for myself, but I will just deal with it. Second pit mine is now fully stacked, and we're already up to 7 cows. But he only is producing out of 1 mill, so...
Yeah. I think, like you said, because it's 2TC, Louis might want to be more aggressive, as opposed to kind of a Myriad being on the attack, right? But Myriad is moving forward. I think he thinks there's not a lot to threaten his spearman.
Ooh, nice
he does
connection.
get some connections. The scout goes down, but the sofa is essentially dead. And
cheeky play by Louis there, getting the scout out of the way. So Myriad is now essentially blind in the stealth forest.
There's 4 archers on the field now, and once those archers are able to step forward, Myriad's going to have to go back. Although there are longbows that can kind of help out. There's a tower for Louis up there, the arrow slit's coming in, and once that arrow slit comes in, then it's going to be more of a defendable position. Yeah. Great. Is that 1 villager goes down?
That's
2?
a very nice raid. Taking another will out with the sofas there. And this is such a dangerous position for Myriad right now. His most valued unit are the longbow. They are super slow. We already know that Louis is on sofa, so he has the mobility advantage. And if Myriad sticks around here without a scout, not knowing what's around him, that is a very dangerous position for him.
Yeah. I mean, thankfully, his economy in terms of berries, he's been able to get 2 sets of longbows so quickly. So that is going well for him. Longbows is a great unit in Feudal Age. Yeah, but it looks like he's going to move back towards his base. Myriad is just for safety. Because, like you said, he can't really, without a scout, it's really risky going out there.
Yeah, he tried to do a little bit of damage. I mean, he burned 1 house, but that's about as good as it gets right now. Myriad also, there's the stable coming, so he's probably going to remake that scout. And also add his own horsemen after seeing those archers.
Yeah.
But oh, does he have any vision around the TC at all? I don't think so. Okay, never mind, he does. Right, they changed vision of second town centers. We just don't know that, or I don't, because nobody does a second town center anymore.
Yeah,
only in Castle Age.
It was a little ridiculous when you put a TC close by a stealth force and you have no idea what's going on.
That was fun.
Yeah.
Cowboom is already up to 11 cows, but if we look at the counter there, Myriad is up 10 villagers at this point. Water level is only 3 so far, and he would have enough to drop another cistern.
I think he was building those. I think should be almost 4 level 4 cistern, I believe. I think he only needs 1 more.
Oh, Louis coming for the wood line. Let's see if he can find a connection there. Myriad's army is moving, and he already has some Limitane stacked there. I mean, he's going up against Louis. You kind of expect to have attack pings from all directions as the Sofa find... No, those are actually only Warrior Scouts. And one Sofa find another villager.
Yeah, playing against Louis, you just have to babysit your villagers so closely because a misstep and Louis is right there raiding on both sides. Thankfully, these loueMT on the wood line should be plenty of deterrent for Louis' raids.
Yeah, but he is really stuck in his base at this point. And if you look at Louis' resources, Mali Castle Age is about a minute away.
Yeah, Myriad's going to be stuck in fuel a little longer than Louis. And with that Castle Age power spike, it's going to be really hard to deal with Myriad.
I like the walls here for Louis because he expects that Myriad... He saw the stable and he expects Myriad to maybe go for some cheeky raids just to deter him. So he can focus fully on attacking. He's just going to get that up, not have to bother about his own side of the map.
Yeah.
I'm not sure this one's going up though.
I mean, it's a pretty long, lengthy wall, and it's, I guess, only one villager or something, maybe one or two. It's going to be one villager. That's going to take forever, especially after the change. I guess one villager per side.
I always wonder, if you build a wall like that with only one guy, do you really want it to go up, or are you just doing it just so you can feel good about doing something?
Yeah, just get it off the checklist, right? I'm walling.
Good reaction there by Myriad, but once again, these so far, they're just moving in, moving back out, and on the other side, we've got another Warrior Scout raid. I don't think Agritoy has been used.
This is so good, Louis, is being able to get these...
So far on the way back in again.
Yeah. And he is about 7 seconds up away from Castle Age, and once he goes up... Yeah, I mean, look at him. He's just always on that side. One side, the other side, just making sure that he always gets his value in terms of raiding, keeping Myriad on his toes. And, of course, this villager goes down.
Yeah, another Warrior Scout finds a mark, but Louis' army is not far behind. Myriad is going to be able to see it as they cross the wall, but Louis prioritizing the Archer upgrade here. He has 19 of them. So far upgrades are coming in now. And Myriad's Castle Age is not too far off, but Louis is going for the gold.
Yeah. I mean, one thing for Myriad is that he has longbows, right? He has 20 longbows to be able to defend his position. He just has to kind of not lose too much in terms of villagers, and also not lose access to his gold when you're aging up. But it looks like Louis not as aggressive right now.
Yeah, Louis actually taking his time here with the attack, not forcing anything right now, just sitting outside the base, securing. Let's see, yeah, he's going for the first map as we speak, so he's going to be securing relics in a second. And Myriad immediately queues up the cataphract.
Yeah. And that mercenary veterancy upgrade, right? That's just so much value for 20 longbows to be able to get upgraded. 20 spearmen, 20 longbows. These are decent defensive position for Myriad.
Yeah, he's still in a good position, didn't take too much damage. I do wonder, is he currently saving up for a keep as we speak? Okay, never mind, there comes the cistern.
Yeah, I think so.
And a mangonel emplacement.
I mean, to be fair to him, he's been so preoccupied with these annoying raids on the one side and the other, he's probably not had a chance to be able to move his villagers out to build those cisterns.
They're everywhere. Mangonel emplacement halfway through right there on his farms, which is of course a prime target for Louis to go for.
Yeah. Yeah, but so far it seems like Myriad, the second PC player, has been working okay, and he just has a decent military mass, pretty even with Louis' Cowboy.
Army members look somewhat even here. Of course, not too many cataphracts in there yet, just the one. We've got a bunch of longbows, and we don't have +2 yet for Myriad. Only going up in a moment when he has the gold.
Yeah. With so many longbows.
Oh, this is very aggressive by Myriad. I don't know about that. He does not have a scout. He has no vision. Louis sees everything here with the outpost.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, yeah. It's just so difficult to fight when you're fighting with no vision on a map like this, where there's stealth forests everywhere, and a raid comes in again. Just every single second, you have to be careful of that raid.
Good reaction. I'll say good reaction, but why are we waiting around?
One cataphract for defense is not going to be enough.
Not the cataphract. And it goes down. Meanwhile, the wall is being attacked. These longbows are actually quite happy with this situation.
Yeah. I don't. We probably didn't even have to go back, but I think
look at those
Sofa
attack
raids. I think maybe Akratoy defense. Yep. Be able to save some villagers because there's so many villagers getting attacked.
Yeah, they're stuck in between the villages. Doesn't mean they can. It means they can't get out, but also means the villagers are stuck with them. Cleans it up though. Louis killed 15 vills so far. He's keeping pace. Oh, I'll say he's probably still ahead in the economy department just because of the pit lines.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, vill kills are all the difference, right? I mean, if there was no vill kills, it would be 16 villagers. We're almost nearing 100 villagers now, so it's a big difference in terms of economy. Louis has been utilizing those raids so well.
Yeah, and Myriad still only on water level 4. That is a big deal for his economy as well as for his golden horn tower.
Yeah, more farms coming up for that olive oil. I think pretty soon it's going to be a full transition. But he's going to eat the deer right now just for that transitional period. Yeah, I mean, Myriad, it just feels like he's been on defensive and, kind of defensive end so much that Louis just seems to be on offense with the tempo.
Yeah, look at all of those extra production buildings being
Oh,
added.
and the relics. I forgot about relics. 4 relics probably coming towards Louis, and it's going to be only 1 for Myriad if everybody comes back home safe.
4-1. In the army department, Louis is just going purely for that so far archer play. Myriad, you kind of want to do the cataphract and longbows, but it is very expensive, so yeah, gotta do a little more time. As he puts the relic in the winery, so he's gonna get a little bit more olive oil than usual.
Yep, double tower on the front, especially because there's so many archers, right? You also want to see the vision and kind of protect yourself from the eventual attack the push is going to come.
Yeah, Louis is finally taking that first win objective. Gonna take both sacred sites here and then be able to slowly push. But Myriad's gonna move out and meet him. I don't think that tower is upgraded yet, is it?
No, it's not. And he doesn't have any stone right now to be able to get that upgrade. Oh, maybe
it's on the way. It's on the way, but I mean, at the same time, this provides vision. Let's look at this fight, though. Let's see. Cataphracts are still busy with the ram, and the archer is actually getting cleaned up by the longbows pretty nicely there. Louis, maybe a little too far forward, but look what he's doing in the meantime.
Of course he is. He's raiding like crazy. 2 different locations, hitting the food. Myriad's economy, 20 of his villagers are idle right now.
Oh, and the cataphracts have been left behind, and they are going to die. This is horrible for Myriad.
Yeah. Has he pulled back the longbows to deal with this? Right? I mean, Louis is just so good to be able to split his opponent's army and put his opponent in a difficult position like this.
Yeah, and his own economy, meanwhile, has not been touched at all this entire time.
0 vill kills as opposed to 24.
Yeah, remember that army that we left behind at the bottom side? It's also pushing in right about now.
Yeah, that's what happens when you are kind of pulled back and lose the fight.
Oh, there's 22 Sofas now on the field, 21. But yeah, what does Myriad have to deal with this? This Limitani, they just cannot catch up. Louis is just running circles around him.
Oh, and the double tower ram moving up 4 to deal with those towers. And he's just going to probably gather up on this bottom side, right? I mean, Louis did kind of trade some army for villager kills, but it's just so much damage, so much idle time for him that he really has no problem with it, right?
Yeah, in terms of pure army size, Myriad could potentially take a fight straight up, but Louis is never going to let it.
Look at the resources per minute. I mean, the 4 relics didn't work, power boom, the damage, all together kind of giving Louis such a good position in terms of income.
Yeah, as far as idle time goes, both players actually fairly similar there, but Myriad's TC has also been idle for almost a minute at this point. He's both of his TCs together. He's just can't keep up with this aggression, and Louis is back on the farms.
There's just no safety from these raids. Just all games must be so frustrating to deal with these raids. And the rams too to deal with the towers, right? The mango towers.
Yeah, he's mixing in a ram here and there on both sides.
I think Louis is just utilizing his APM to kind of tiring and kind of wearing out his opponent with all of these raids. I mean, look at the economy. It's almost, the villager count's almost even.
Yeah, villager count is about to be evened up. This is absolute disaster for the Byzantines. We do have 42 longbows, but they never get to fire a shot.
Yeah, I mean, Louis is just maneuvering from top to bottom from the gold through the farms, and the longbows are just kind of rushing side to side, not being able to fire.
Yeah, second gold for Myriad is about to go out. Where is the next one for him? It would be one of the big ones in the middle. No, he has still one in the corner.
And so Louis, behind all this, has got a second TC. He's got 4 relics. He's got everything he needs set up for late game. He also has all the sacred sites, so Louis in a great position, and Myriad's just struggling to keep up with the raids and so much economy. Almost 40 villages have gone down from Myriad, and it's not just the villagers that are going down. When they're getting raided, you also have all that idle time with your villagers, right?
Yeah. Louis is just a happy camper right now, and also setting up at the stone at the bottom, so we probably see fortifications around those sacred sites very soon. 8 minutes on the clock right now. I mean, that's a big cataphract raid there. Unfortunately, Louis sees everything because he has the outposts captured.
Yeah. And this is just a huge army. Louis continuing with the same composition, but it's just such a strong composition for him. Sofa and the archers. With those archers, it's just 100 to 80 military advantage. He's going to push the advantage and use the ramps to get rid of those mango towers, so he's not taking too much damage. Cataphracts have to come back.
At this point, we're up to 42 sofas. Honestly, I don't think Myriad can win a straight-up fight anymore. And we're seeing the first crossbows now. That would be the correct reaction, I think. But yeah, are we ever going to see a direct fight?
I don't think Myriad's range units have been able to fire too much. And right now, Myriad only has 24 spears, almost double the amount of sofas that Louis has. So it's just a tough position to be able to defend.
Really tough position. We do have several attack pings in Louis' base. Those cataphracts may have found some targets, but you know, probably since Louis has full map vision, never mind, that's just a wolf eating a villager.
Yeah. So many houses there. It's a nice community. Now we do have a big fight coming in terms of Louis just diving. He's happy trading these units. His economy is so much better and so much more solid right now. He can continue to.
And where's the front line right now? Of course, not all of the sofa are here, but front line is just completely missing. Cataphracts are now coming in from the side, freshly produced there. Where is the rest of the army? I'm scared of the answer, quite honestly.
I think it's probably Louis raiding, and the spearmen have to go to deal with the sofa, and meanwhile Louis just finds that perfect moment to dive.
Poison archer raid on the gold in the corner, and that is Myriad's last gold. He was on the way to Imperial. If we look at his resources, just trying to greed his way out of this game, but it definitely seems to me that he will actually do that. Getting smoked right now by loueMT, and these archers that stand in the middle of the Byzantine base, they don't care that they're trading out against the longbows as long as we can keep the count down. Louis has 73 archers.
Yeah, I mean his food resource per minute, if you look at it, is just almost 2,500, as opposed to Myriad, who is struggling for food, being raided, always getting idled. Right, he can't even produce enough units kind of hold it back. Now the longbow mass survives, right, in between the choke points, but it's only a matter of time.
Yeah, Louis is pulling back again after having done even more damage. 54 villager kills at this point, as opposed to 0. And here is a keep on a sacred side. There's the other keep on the sacred side. You know, it just works.
Louis just does everything right. He just kind of gets all the checklists right. Deny gold, kind of make sure your economy is on par with the other person, make sure you do damage, make sure you get relics. Everything that needs to be kind of taken care of, he just one by one takes care of it.
Okay, Myriad does not want to lose to the sacred timer, so he is being aggressive, trying to get this out of the way before it becomes a real problem. Louis immediately rebuilds the foundation there. Probably has his vills on the way to a little bit of a round trip.
He's confident that his army is going to be here and it's going to be no problem, so it's just a matter of time before that keep is able to come up.
I mean, that was a little very confident, but
I think it's just a timing issue, right? There's so much army.
Oh, 9 cataphracts against 31 so far. I don't know about that one, champ, but 36 longbows in the back trying their best as we see the front line slowly dwindle and fall away for the Byzantines. Longbows getting sniped out by the poison archers as well. And yeah, the cataphracts are just gone.
Well, and what can you do? Blue's just going to keep pumping. All those 35 so far on the field and only 2 cataphracts dwindling. The only thing Myriad has going for him is that his longbows are not dead, but if you don't have a front line, I mean, eventually you're going to lose the Sacred Timer, right?
Yeah, Myriad is so busy right now with everything going on around him. He's on 2,700 wood sitting there, but he already has a really good farming economy. There's really no outlet for all of that wood. He would love to have extra gold. He would love to have extra food. The farms just won't be in time, and Louis is just pushing in. 3 minutes and 40 seconds on the clock.
And I mean, even if he doesn't get the Sacred Timer, there's even more options for him, right? So it looks like there's no way for Myriad to even contest this Sacred Timer. 3 minutes and 30 seconds to go. There's a keep on both goals. There's a keep on both sides. An army on one side as well. So
there's another ram just making its way towards the next tower. You hate to see it.
Raiding with Sofa, raiding with Rams. Yeah, dude, he's simultaneously raiding with Rams. That's why.
I mean, I'm a fan. I like this play. There is a siege workshop going up for Myriad, realizing that, you know, that's a lot of poison archers. Maybe I'll have a mangonel or two, but Louis might not give him the time of day here.
Yeah. 43 Sofa, 30
going in behind this.
Plenty of resources in terms of income, and he's going in behind this, like you said, just insult to injury.
One of the hunters right on top of the sacred side, which, by the way, is 2 minutes 40 seconds. Yeah, but I don't think Myriad is going to be able to leave his base.
Yeah, I mean, Louis can fight right now with the army he has, with the income he has, and and by the way, he's Imperial in a bit. So yeah, it looks all but over.
Yeah, Myriad will have one last hurrah moving out. He has 50 longbows. That's a scary amount.
Yeah,
11 crossbows to deal with the Sofa. It's a really good army, but
look at the economy kills. 63 kills versus 5. I mean, that's all the difference. I think
it's 5 plus 1. The Wolf got one.
Okay. I don't want to take any credit away from the Wolf, let's say. But yeah, look at the economy graph. Where would have it been? Yeah, just dwindling, right? Normally, Myriad with the second TC with Byzantines, it looks like if you just don't lose that many villages, it looks like it's actually a solid plan.
Yeah, you found the answer. Just don't lose that many villagers. It's easy, right?
Sheesh. There we go. A little bit of yeah, I think Myriad's just going to try his last attempt at trying to get... He doesn't even know how big the army is, right?
He doesn't know that there's a Fort of the Hunters right where he's going.
Now
he does.
Now he does. And he realizes there's 2 keeps there that he has to trap down. I guess a trap for each. Actually, he's just going for the other one. I think he's like, oh, I'm not going there. Yeah. He's just going for the top one.
Minute and 15 seconds. Well, Louis does not think he should wait for that. He's gonna flank this without vision. Myriad's gonna get right in there. The Sofa already on top of the longbows. This is once again a horrible position. At least the traps are shooting, right? But
yeah, I mean, for Myriad, he's taking so much damage at this point that there's no way for you to win this fight.
Sofa numbers are going slightly down. I mean, there's crossbows in the back that have not been cleaned up just yet. But Louis just has enough to, at this point, simply A-move, and Myriad knows it. It is 1-0 for Louis.
Yeah. Very well played by Louis. I mean, Myriad actually had a solid plan. It looks like if you actually defend and able to keep that villager lead up, you can actually, it could be a solid plan of action. But Louis is just so good at raiding at multiple directions that there's just, I mean, even watching it, you get frustrated, right? For Myriad, it's just how, I mean, 1 second you don't have a spear in the wood line, and there's like 50 Sofa in the wood line, so it's just so little room for error when you're playing against Louis.
Yeah, and suddenly he just raided the same position 5 times, and the fifth time he just walks in because suddenly there are no longer Limitani there. How do you just see that in the moment? Because every other time he just pulled back before just to be annoying.
Yeah, and when he's doing the big dives, right, in the under TC,
Yeah.
the spears are nowhere to be found because they're trying to deal with like 1 or 2 sofa raids, and Louis just kind of using that to his advantage, even in the big fights as well. And if you look at the graph, military lead.
Hey,
Yeah.
it looked just fine. The second Myriad hit castle. Look at that eco count. And the military lead is not that overwhelming at this point because you're starting to pump cataphracts and you have a bunch of longbows that are great at defending, you'd think.
I mean, the story of the game is just the eco count, right? So many 71 eco killed versus 6, and 70 eco killed versus. I don't want to take away credit from the wolf. Anyways, yeah. loueMT showing us why he's just so good at raiding, why he's so good at inflicting damage, economic damage on his opponent.
Yeah, Myriad's not happy with that one. I do think Byzantine was his first pick. Yeah, and it is unfortunately out.
Oh.
I was wondering about that KT mirror right there.
Looks like it's not going to be a mirror. It's going to be a KT versus English.
So Louis has picked English on every single Frisian game he played.
And it looks like he just likes his second TC and then his Spearman Longbow composition. It's worked out for him for the most part, so it's definitely going to be tough for Myriad to deal with that. But it is nice Templar on Fission Marshes, so it's a good setup for you to be able to get that docks up and that food income coming.
Yeah. Can you actually outboom it? I do believe that the full longbow and spear combination that Louis was playing the last games when he tried this, they might not work against KT just as well. The main thing I'm concerned about is can KT water outboom a 2TC English while keeping the longbows away from your fishing boats?
Yeah, I mean, theoretically you can't, right? If you have that much initial boost of food and you also have the pilgrims, it's just a food gold situation. So much boost of Nico, you can actually go to castle and maybe play on the relics, maybe add a second TC of your own later on. But I think Louis just has such a good handle on the macro and such experience on his English 2TC that it's just there's no room for attack. Yesterday we saw with Mongols versus Louis' English, there's just no way you can inflict damage.
Yep. I mean, KT has to hit a timing here, and they do have a timing generally because they age up super fast because they sacrifice villagers for that. Fair point. But yeah, at some point the 2TC will overtake you. At some point your fishing boats will run out of fish to gather. So yeah, you have to hit that, I'll say, 10 to 13 minute mark, something like that.
I mean, it's difficult to hit that mark because it's English base that you're trying to attack, right? And they don't really need much in terms of going out on the map. They don't need that shoreline fish per se. They can just build their farms. And Louis definitely likes his farm setup in terms of English 2TC. So yeah, it's definitely difficult for Myriad. And like you said, this shoreline fish is temporary, right? It's going to run out, and then you have the English economy to deal with.
Speaking of economy, folks, we are still trying to make this an S-tier tournament, or just in general, if you like what you're seeing, if you want to support us here. I was going to point to the donation bar, cow, but it's fine. We're going into the game. This is more interesting. But yeah, folks, we do accept donation.
All right, we have our cinematic view of the map.
Do you want to be Yak or Soccerton?
Do I want to be Yak or Soccerton? I think I'll choose I don't know. Do you want to be Soccerton or me?
I kind of want to be you because then I would have an outrageous mustache.
Okay. I think we can switch. Let's see.
We are in the game, and lo and behold, it is a KT dock opening.
Yeah, when you don't have to worry about Dark Age aggression, you just go for your docks, right? You want to start those docks early, boom on that shoreline fish, and on this map, there's a lot of sheep as well, so you want to grab those sheep just as a fallback option for your safe food under TC.
Exactly. And we've got Louis, just like the last few games he played here, immediately going for feudal, just not caring too much about things, and there is the mining camp on the stone.
Exact same build, like it's going to be 2TC, it's going to be a standard English 2TC play.
I mean, both players know exactly what the other person's going to do. Let's see who prepared better and who performed better.
Yeah, second dock's going to come up from Myriad. Looks like pretty soon. And it's going to continue on across the map, docks galore. until you reach, maybe even on the other side, right? But by that time, I feel like he was gonna have a pretty good army.
That's the value Abbey right there.
Yeah, I mean, you don't drop off resources in the Abbey. If you could, it would be extra value, but it does look very aesthetic right here.
Looks very aesthetically pleasing, and also, you know, there you have the nice healing on your gold in case you get aggressed.
Yeah. Yeah, nice, safe back wood lines for Louis, and I think if he does the same thing, he's just gonna build the second TC towards the back, maybe in his wood line or something, in between his farms, right? It's gonna be super safe farms, unable to harass your farms. It's gonna be a classic 2 TC safe play.
Yeah, looking good. Myriad, in the meantime, is 3 eco units up. There's the 4th one. So yeah, he is happily fish booming away, and then will soon make his way to Feudal Age. Just going on the gold now.
Yeah, he's been focusing on the docks and trying to get as much fishing ships as he can. We got 2 docks to get a producing out of them. Of course, nice Templar is really good in this situation because of their highly efficient wood gathering rate, right?
You think Louis will put too much effort into denying the pilgrims outside of the king?
No, I think King is so valuable for him because it just gives him that extra ability because he's just so good at raiding as well, right? So one king, he's just able to get so much value from it. I don't think he's going to go into horsemen or anything like that. So I think mostly it's going to be the king trying to deny pilgrims.
The king might have a hard time, actually. If you don't catch them immediately as they leave the base, then he might have a hard time actually catching them before they can enter the sacred site. Because as you hit them, of course, they become faster.
Yeah, and these sacred sites are not too far away. So, like you said, you kind of have to have a scout around, make sure you know when that pilgrim moves so you can actually intercept and deny the gold.
We're at already 5 eco units up. Did he add a 3rd dock at this point? Yeah, there it is, and it's already producing.
Yep, that good old nice Templar economy, wood economy, right? And Hospitalier Knights.
Oh,
okay,
just a misclick, or maybe he just wanted to troll us.
Yeah, it's going to be Kingdom of France. It's just so much mobility for him, right? With those little Chevy Knights in the Feudal Age.
Yeah, you kind of need the Chevy Knights to put out some pressure against the English here. Don't think Knight Hospitaller would be too happy raiding into an English base.
They might get a bit low on health and not be able to, heal.
Catch up to anything.
Yeah.
We've got another dock coming, and there's the second TC.
Nice,
just where we thought. It's so safe.
Yeah, and it's going to be farms around it. Louis kind of perfecting this playstyle for the English. Just very hard to deal with, especially a player like Louis' caliber. He's going to macro so well. He's so experienced with the Civ. So.
Oh, did Louis? No, Louis has the scout up there. Did Myriad actually pull his villagers back, or is he still there? Oh yeah, he's still there. So we know exactly where that king is going.
Yeah, and the king's on the way. I don't think there's any way for that villager to survive. It's so far away from home. And
would have to run now. Okay, there it is. Nice play, walling himself in the corner, and Myriad is Feudal Age, so he will have time to react. Yeah, Louis sees it and is like, yeah, okay.
That villager is on timeout. Be idle for a good bit.
Can the king find any other damage, though? No pilgrims as of yet, and there is the first Chevalier Confrere.
Yeah, but Myriad has 3 villagers on gold. I think he forgot about the knight a little bit. Maybe you gotta have a good reaction.
Bonk. He needs 3 hits. Okay, there's no reaction. That is not great. -1, and Louis is just being annoying at the furthest point from Myriad's base, just starting to burn.
Yeah, and the first Chevy is out. He's gonna contest the king, but you need 2, I think, right?
Yeah, eventually. You need 2 to kill
him. Also, you're gonna be able to snipe this pilgrim, no problem.
Yeah. You just have enough damage enough health to not care about Chevalier. So this is the first Pilgrim's gold already denied. Good work by Louis there. And in the meantime, we just saw farms going up in his own base.
Yep. He's a happy camper at his own base, building farms.
The villager leaving, but yeah, the king is on the way because Louis saw that coming.
He's just going to go back to his timeout. Sad. Sad. day for that villager.
Do you think he'll be there at the end of the game?
I don't know, but if he's gonna survive, he's not gonna have to work much. All right, tower on the goal and the barracks coming down. Should be pretty safe. I mean, Myriad also just has cavalry right now, right? So it's just gonna be some spearmen to defend and slowly inching up towards Castle Age with his safe farms in the back.
Sounds about right. Now the main issue for Myriad right now is to have enough to protect his pilgrims going to the sacred site there. Okay, we're actually mining. That is Myriad has vision here with the fishing boats, but it might just be at the corner, so okay, he sees him. He sees him. Run! Oh god, he took a little bit of damage from the scout. Does he only need 2 hits?
Charge.
No charge.
No charge happened,
safe.
so he's safe. He'll get his stone and be in the corner.
Yeah. These wolves are actually great for Myriad because the pilgrims will speed up when they get hit.
Yeah. Ooh.
Oh, no. But no charge again.
You know what's probably extra annoying? That villager is just going to keep giving him an idle notification. And you're going to keep...
That is
going to be
so
super
annoying. Oh, yes.
So might as well just...
You just have to queue up like 50,000 move commands in that corner.
Exactly. Yeah. I think it'll take longer than you need, especially against Louis where you need your APM. But yeah, Archer's coming up from Myriad in response to Spearman. Double barracks, same as he did yesterday. It's going to be doubles barracks and then double archery range. Probably it's going to be the same situation.
Oh no, Louis finds him.
This villager can't catch a break. He's been getting tortured this whole time. But now I think his...
Why only this guy? What did he do?
Sheep goes down at least.
I cannot condone sheep crimes, I'm sorry. Spears making their way across the map. Where are they going? Myriad is not out anywhere, so these archers will actually be happy to take this fight.
Oh.
Guys, are we fighting? Yes, we are.
Oh, looks like
Louis is not too happy about that one. Thought maybe he can catch Myriad off guard, but unfortunately runs straight into the archer ball.
Yeah.
And there's the first longbow in queue as a reaction.
7 spears and then more dogs coming from Myriad. Hopefully this villager is not has a better fate than the last one, but
while Myriad was busy running after the king and trying to save his guy in the corner, Louis actually overtook him in the eco department, so that is not great news for KT. He does, however, have 14 archers against the 2 longbows that are currently on the field.
yeah, the problem is you're pushing into English TC right now. I guess Myriad is going to be able to... Ooh, nice connection there.
I mean, for now, he's happy just being not here under the TC,
but
but here in front of the base, denying the gold. Because that is the important part, that Louis does not run away with this game to Castle Age.
No. Yeah, 13 spears is going to be plenty for the Chevys, but you got to get that longbow count up so that the archers are not a problem. You can gain access to gold again.
Myriad has balanced projectile. Why do I keep saying that? It's steeled arrow in Feudal Age. Steeled arrow already in. Tower is gonna go down, so the buff will end right behind the abbey if Louis wants to move out. So how do you think Louis gets out of here? Do you think he can just turtle long enough and just mass longbows and spears to be able to just hold this and recapture his goal?
I mean, that's my guess because even though Myriad... Oh, there's a ram there. Oh, my goodness.
You remember those 2 spears you let past you earlier?
He was able to use these units, here and there so effectively to be so annoying in terms of raids, the rams, everything in between. And all the while defending no problem.
I was like, okay, Louis does have a blacksmith, but he's not going for a steeled arrow nor for the range defense.
I don't know about this dive, though. Yeah. The archer is going to be... It's so hard to dive the English space.
Myriad is super aggressive here, though. And he wants this fight inside the base. English army is buffed with the network. And there's still so many spears. Louis with the double barracks play. I don't think these Chevalier can stay here, but we'll find out. Myriad just wants to end this game.
Yeah, Louis didn't have a +1 ranged attack, but now he does. So now everything from that TC is going to hit even more hard.
Oh, this was a horrible engagement.
Yeah, all the archers going to And the ram comes as well. The dog's going to go down. It's just so much to deal with for Myriad.
It's like, wait, I had this last game. Please, stop.
Yeah. Now Louis is catching up on the resources per minute. And the longer the game goes, it just looks like Louis is able to figure out what he needs to do.
Myriad did not lose too many Chevalier, but his archer numbers have severely diminished. And now, if you match the longbow count while English is mass farms, it is not great. It is not a great situation. Pilgrims will also now be in dire straits. We saw the ram that is currently on the way to the second dock, I presume. It's going to be cleared up. Yeah, there it is.
Now Louis feels comfortable to move out. It felt like he did a good amount of damage. Kind of dwindled Myriad's army numbers. So he's kind of pushing forward. Behind this, Myriad is aging up, but Louis in the mid-map and putting on pressure.
Yeah,
with
not
15
enough army
longbows.
here. Not enough army here for Myriad to really threaten this army. The castle timing will be quite nice.
Docks. Docks also get a 30% health for these rams.
Good point.
It might be a little better for these, especially as these rams are coming up by Louis.
It is probably 2 to 3 more attacks for the ram.
Yeah, I mean everything counts, right? These
Just an
Chevys.
extra 10 seconds, you can get extra food. It's nice.
You can get every advantage you can versus Louis.
And
That
there's
one
Oh,
health
come
spear.
on.
Gas waves comes through for Myriad,
Yeah.
but Louis is pushing.
Louis knows where the army is, so he's just gonna be dogging that, but his main army is going straight towards Myriad's base with the forward tower for the network buff.
Oh, down goes Pilgrims.
Yeah.
And a very important time for gold for Myriad, right? Ghastly trying to get those upgrades.
Myriad is going for Templar Brothers. Well, thing is, Louis already has 18 spears and there's 5 more in queue. Is he still on only 2 barracks?
I think so. He's just been producing the whole
Yeah,
time.
2-2. I mean, I say only. It is still a very decent chunk. Well, let's watch this little engagement around the dock. What is that dock producing? It is a demo ship. Come on!
And it goes away. Ay, ay, ay.
It was a good try. Worthy effort. Yeah, Myriad is in a fight he cannot win, does not want to be here. Louis is currently full map control, but speaking of control, this is a very nice raid on the reinforcement lines. And now Louis has to mass up at home. Oh, that is a big try for Myriad. Is it really worth it for him to trade out right now while he does not have castle blacksmith upgrades? He does have the regency in, but...
Yeah, but he just doesn't have enough archers to be able to kind of utilize his cavalry, right? There's so many spearmen.
Oh, nice raid.
Another veil goes down, another one goes down, and looks like they're on their way out.
Yeah, Spears clean this one up. Last one also goes to make it out. And Louis will be able to clean up this dock as well.
At least the wolves
Speaking of
helping
cleaning
out.
up,
Oh, another ram. Oh my goodness.
oh my god, this is so obnoxious. It's awesome.
The most valuable 1 HP spear ever.
How are we looking on that tower? I do presume it has gone up by now. And
That
we
works.
will, yeah, there is the tower, and this is the bigger circle around is the radius in which the army will be buffed. But does Louis really need the buff? We've got 21 to 60 military at this point. That is 30 longbows. Good charge, good charge. And the front line for Louis is still there, but can he hold against these knights? Looks like he can, actually.
Yeah, it looks like Louis has no problem with his classic longbow spear composition, and it looks like a white tower's going up in the middle.
You know
of
what?
the map.
That's it's not
Yeah,
gonna
called
get
it.
to that point. Louis takes game 2.
Louis' English is just so strong, especially on this map. It looks like it's a comfort pick for him. It's just super strong. 2TC, the same old composition. The longbows just kind of shred all the archers, and by the time you have enough archers, the cavalry are not able to do much.
Guys, please don't try this at home at the ladder. Don't go English 2TC.
No.
No, it's not fun for your opponent.
No, this is just a tournament-specific thing that we should only enjoy
Exactly.
in the LAN event, not on the ladder.
Thank you, Yak. Speaking of tournament-specific things, we've got this thing right about there. And oh my god, we're up at 825.
Yeah.
So thank you for all who chimed in. But yeah, if you enjoy what you're seeing, you can support the prize pool for this tournament. And we would actually be able to get an S tier tag for this if we go up to 5K. As we see Felisberto there in the middle of the room with his...
Yeah,
and
look at
there's
all
Louis'
these.
friends. I'll be honest, I cannot read that, but...
A lot of Louis support in the crowd. And he's up 2-0 at this point. So doing pretty well in this series. Up next looks like we're going to have... Which map is it going to be?
What does Myriad have left? What really favors him? I mean, there's the question of, does it favor him? He picked Golden Heights for himself. There's no Delhi pick this time around. He has HRE and Ayubit for that. Zushi might also be an option, but Louis has Japan, he has Ottomans, he has Mongols.
Yeah, I feel like whatever the map is... Well, if it's the land map, I feel it's going to be Japanese, right? Louis just likes his Japanese play so
I do
much.
think Myriad is just going to go Arabia and go for the Zushi.
Yeah. Because Golden Heights against Louis, it's just going to... I don't know if Myriad is comfortable as much as he is on land maps, but depends. We'll see what map he goes with. And Myriad does have some solid civs at his disposal. He has Rus, he has Sushi, but yeah.
Yeah, but Louis has that Japan looming in the background.
Just not just any Japan. Louis Japan, so it's going to be tough.
It's going to be tough is like the name of the game for Myriad right about now. As we get to see, I mean, military value lead looked nice for Myriad at some point.
Yeah, but it's just how do you use that military to get an advantage against English when you can't dive the TC? And it was the best situation for Myriad too. As he was diving the TC, he had the +1 range armor, and Louis didn't have the +1 ranged attack for blacksmith.
It was the perfect timing, and it still just was not enough.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you do if you're KT in that matchup? Do you just play defensive, try to stay alive, and go for your own second town center plus the docks? But that would be way too greedy, I think.
Yeah, also Louis is just so good at kind of slowing down your docks with one unit, right? That villager has been going back and forth from that wall and not able to kind of expand those docks. So
I think the king in the first 5 minutes of its existence killed the villager, killed 3 pilgrims, and made Myriad to spend all of that time running after him.
Yeah, this just feels like so problematic for... problem here.
Great, Cal broke it. It's all gone.
All right. Got some highlights here until we get the third game. Yeah, it's just so problematic for Myriad, that king going around. And that always so annoying for me that the king is just faster than the knight, faster than a lot of these units that you have. You can't even chase it down. So as long as you don't get that much damage, you can just run back home or just circle back, be more annoying.
You only lose the king if you're too greedy, or if your opponent actually has a lot of horsemen.
Yeah. But you got to have so much horsemen that at that point you probably have your army of your own, right?
Yeah, at that point it totally was worth to play that king.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see this dive. There's no upgrade, as you can see. Louis doesn't have the upgrade, but even so, you just keep... It looks... Look, the army count looks great. There's a lot of Chevys, right? There's a lot of units for Myriad, but it just doesn't really work. The TC hits so hard here.
Yeah, 13 in there with the double shot. You just can't be here.
Yeah.
This is where he tries to just end it, and he thinks it might work, but no, not quite.
Yeah, I mean, it's Louis, right? It's English and Louis. That combination it typically doesn't result in a fuel age TC dive. And
I think what would have happened is both armies get completely wiped out, but, you know,
Louis
Myriad's army was a lot more expensive.
Yeah, exactly.
It was a good try. It was a good try. I like that demo.
Respects. Yeah. Anywho.
So, any minute now. Myriad just came back. Your guess is as good as mine. Did he go for the restroom, or did he go smoke? Did he go smoke in the restroom? No, I don't think so.
No, I don't think.
Cow's pointing outside.
Yeah. It's calming some nerves because this is the game point for him. He needs to be able to get a win here.
Okay, someone who knows what that says, come here, please.
Yeah, it says
Chinese dragon is what I'm getting here. I'll believe it.
Yeah. Gearing up for this third game, right? This 2-0, so his third game.
Well, Louis looks relaxed.
They're relaxed and happy, and
Yeah.
Myriad looks focused. So should be a good last game or a good good third game.
Yeah, I do believe the guys we just saw with the posters are the friends with whom he arrived here in Denver. So yeah.
So a lot of biased, but I think we're a little bit rooting for some people for the underdog, right?
I kind of have to root for both of them because they're both so likable.
Yeah, I agree. All right, we'll see the matchup. We'll see the map here. Did it end up being Golden Heights or did it end up being Dry Arabia?
Cow doesn't want to let us know.
All right, then we'll just wait. There's nothing for us to do.
Little friendly banter there. Right, Cow, we're really just waiting for you to tell us.
Oh, it says
He
Cal
pretends he doesn't know.
All right. Looks like we still don't know.
I put you on the point. What is the map and what is he playing?
Dry Arabia, he's playing Zushi. I picked your pick, so you can't pick it anymore. You have to change your pick now.
Wait, no, that's totally not fair.
No, you asked me first.
Okay. What do you think Louis is gonna play against Zushi?
Japan, I assume.
Japan. I
mean, what else is he? I mean, he likes Japan out of all these civs, right? And it's pretty good, so why not?
I'd assume it's his strongest civ right now, by a landslide.
Yeah. Oh, Dry Arabia.
Arabia it is.
If it's right, it's my pick, okay? You asked me, and I chose it now.
It is.
I want all the credit.
Thank you for being here, Yak. I wouldn't know what to do without you.
No problem. I got you. All right, we're going to see the civs coming up, looks like, soon.
Anytime now. Anytime. It is a Rus pick. Oh.
Okay.
Well, we've seen Japan being very comfortable in that matchup.
I think both players kind of picked the civ that they really like, right? Myriad really likes Rus, Louis really likes Japan. So both players comfortable with their civ of choice right here. So we'll see a classic Dry Arabia game. A pretty common matchup a lot of times, right, in Dry Arabia.
I mean, both kind of know what to expect. Rus kind of knows that Japan is able to contest your pro scouts, and Japan's castle age is so scary. So if you get delayed long enough, you're not going to be able to do too much. And Masyumi is also not too fun for horse archers.
Yeah. And well, the one positive things that you can think of is that the Dark Age aggression from Japan is not going to be a problem for you as Rus, right? It's not as big of an issue.
Unless you're greedy and you go for your second hunting cabin outside of TC range.
Yeah.
But we've seen Louis not actually do that too often, right?
I think he switches it up. He doesn't always go classic.
I mean, if you're too predictable, what's the point?
Yeah, should be a good game. I mean, pro scouts, and it's just going to be some harassment to castle, it looks like. I mean, Louis is just so good with Japanese, right?
Yeah. Well, folks, we're about to get in as soon as the game shows up. We're just going in for a little stretch before the end there, as I can see on the observer.
Yeah, both players kind of getting some stretch and then going into the game pretty soon here.
Right.
What was your pick, though? You didn't pick. You could have picked something, and then
my pick would have been Zushi against Japan, but here we are on Rus against Japan.
And now you have to...
I totally picked Rus, by the way.
Okay, great.
You're welcome. Well, we have a second quick shout-out to World's Edge for sponsoring this event, this prize pool we have for $15,000. Yeah, we are sufficiently humbled by that, and we try to do a good job. Hope you guys enjoy.
Yeah. And we can also, if we still have time, we can also point to that, 825. Thank you all for donating there, for helping us get to that threshold of an S-tier event. All right, we're jumping in the game as we go to Game 3, Dry Arabia Cinematic View. All right. And we still got...
This time I'll be soccer
here. Okay, you're soccer this time? All right.
Try to dust off my Soccerton impression as we see loueMT in the northeastern spawn there and Myriad as the Rus on the southwestern.
Louis got one villager on wood.
Yeah, what is that guy doing on wood? That is
Sure.
we'll find out in a moment. He did open with the Tawara, so he is now a berry sieve, and we see all the villagers move over, so the sheep last longer.
Interesting. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's a delayed Rax or something. Maybe it's an upgrade for. Is he gonna go on deer or something? We'll see pretty soon here.
We'll just see and remember. There's the forge on the gold. And as far as the roost start, let's see if he went for 1 or 2 hunting cabins at this point in time.
A lot of sheep on the map.
Okay,
Ooh,
it's 2.
2
One is in
hunting.
TC range, one is not.
Okay. Might be a delayed Rax. I don't know if Louis anticipated this.
I'll say the placement, if you just make 2 short walls, one to funnel through the TC and one in the back
Yeah,
behind the wood line, then this hunting cabin is still safe. But yeah, I don't think it's going to be relevant.
Yeah, but you're not getting wood at this stage of the game. It's just so much extra like annoyance to try to go for that wood, right? 0 per minute, 0
I mean,
on
your
wood.
opponent was also annoyed building that barracks and that spear.
I suppose, yeah. Yeah, it's just 1 on wood right now. I'm really curious as to see what Lou's gonna use that extra wood income for.
We'll find out soon. Myriad already up to 3 scouts, but he's still behind in the sheep department. We do still have quite a few sheep on the map, though. Louis is in the right corner for it, though.
Yeah, 12 sheep versus 10. But it looks like Myriad's going to be able to get some of that sheep on the left side with the second scout, I assume. Also on the right side. So, yeah, this is the thing with Roost, right? If you go second hunting cabin, you can get that second scout a little faster as well.
Yeah. Golden Gate is coming up. There is absolutely no surprises here. Now, for surprises, come on, Louis, do it. You know you want to. We all want to see the Shinobi. It's not going to happen.
Has Louis ever gone Shinobi?
I don't think so. I don't think so. The only person who consistently goes Shinobi is Miyomika.
Yeah.
There's the storehouse coming up in the back, so you
So
don't need that lumber camp.
Yeah, so that wood was just for that tower, right?
Yeah.
Looks like a tower. And Louis is just going straight castle. No units, no nothing, I think. 1 on the age up, so a very, very naked castle looks like.
Yeah. I mean, that early tower is really nice because Roos can just move the scouts over after the sheep are gone from the map and
be
start
annoying and
burning your
burn,
forge.
yeah.
Be really annoying. You'd have to repair. With that tower, it's still really annoying because you have to garrison, but not
Yeah.
quite as bad as we see the deer camps being pointed out. 2 very conveniently placed for the Roos. And Louis Scout is moving over. I wonder what he's up to.
Yeah, it's interesting to see how long it's going to take with that one villager to age up, right? 140 seconds. So it's a nice piece of information we have. But having said that, once that age up comes through, Lou's going to essentially be almost at castle age, right?
Yeah, what can Myriad actually do to stop this? Roos has the option to go for a good old feudal all-in, and it's strong. Roos is a Night Civ, but if you go Pro Scouts, which we very likely will see, by the way, nice touch there, Myriad has moved a sheep out to the guy who built the hunting cabin, and so you don't have to move that guy immediately back. Get the food income for longer.
I think he did that pretty early on so that he doesn't have to move back for efficient villagers, just to not have that early idle time. Yeah. And is that Pro Scouts from
That is,
Louis?
no, that is Pro Scouts from Myriad, and Kao is about to swap that around for us in a second. I'll just mention conveniently for the observer that it is Shift-Alt-F to switch the text.
Yeah, because I was like, I don't know how he got the resources for that, but it makes more sense that Myriad has Pro Scouts. Oh, switch, exactly. Now we're all good. Classic Roos play, I think, from Myriad. Just Pro Scouts, hunting cabin, producing the scouts.
Yeah,
And,
look at Louis' resources. Yeah, that's going to be one fast castle.
No.
And I don't think Myriad has scouted this yet, so I mean, he knows Louis is not in feudal age at 5 minutes and 40 seconds, but
Yeah, I assume it's. Myriad probably knows it's some sort of fast castle, and he got his Pro Scouts immediately queues up survival techniques so that. But he has a good amount of 5 scouts on the field right now trying to get the deer.
yeah.
Louis just being annoying with his 1 scout.
you just grab the one from the close spawn, just so you have the faster food income immediately, and then you go all across the map to steal your opponent's deer, if you know that they not be able to contest you.
Yeah, so 3 deer stolen there from the opponent's side by Myriad. Gonna be pretty happy about that, but Louis is a few seconds away from age up, and then a few seconds away from age up
From
again.
age ups, you mean? Oh yeah. Myriad is trying to match the timing, but look at that. He still has almost 1,000 food to go. Still has 350 gold.
This scout's going to be really annoying. Myriad has to pay attention to the scouts and
There's
sure
the
that
drop
they're
off.
attacking.
6 minutes 40 age up. Here we go.
With the tower on the goal as well, a safe age up. Got it. I think he has to drop that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Spearman is
nice
out.
harass. Myriad going for the barracks because, you know, you expect there to be a lot of mounted samurai, so you need some safety net here. Barracks is out. And do you think he'll delay Feudal Age any more than those 2 spears that he already made? Castle Age, I mean.
I don't think so. I think he's on his way to Castle Age. I think Bruce is also pretty good to deal with this in terms of being able to match Castle Age timing. Of course.
That is 1 scout, by the way. Look at Myriad's health on the scouts.
Yeah, I mean,
Louis is just having fun.
All right, the age up comes through. Myriad's not too far behind. He does. Yeah, of course, gonna have that stable.
Yeah.
Gonna have that mounted samurai.
The thing is, High Trade House is about to be built there, but Louis is gonna about know where it is going to go. Because it needs to be on the wood line, either on that or on this one. Where do you put it? Okay. That was not the spot I would have picked, but it's the closest to the TC. I can see it.
There's 4 spears out. He should be okay. But yeah, Louis going up for the relics.
First relic is already gone. And yeah, Myriad will not be able to contest the second either. Third one, we'll see what he pumps out. So far, he only has that barracks.
Ooh, the scout. Oh.
Oh, no, 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 no. This spear does not want to be here. Doesn't get the brace, and the charge comes through, and... Never mind, not the charge, but, well, you know what I mean. Correction here. Mounted Samurai do not have a charge, but they're pretty beefy.
Yeah, I mean, Myriad has been able to deal with this pretty well, I think.
And he immediately finds the High Trade House. Spears are here, though.
There's 4 spears here, should be okay. Only 1 mounted samurai at the base, and the age up should be through by the time the other mounted samurai are here. Myriad, the difference is, of course, he has deer, right? He has that economic advantage. He has that high value.
Myriad's income for food will be quite a bit better for like the next, I'll say, with the deer pack he stole from Louis, 6 to 7 minutes. First villager goes down, however, he just walks in and walks back out. Perfectly safe, and now he's probably going to go home to heal up.
Yep. Yeah, Myriad going for the horse archers to gain some map control. So spearman, horse archer to defend, and also potentially raid as well.
Yeah. Yuma Bannerman is here now that the mounted samurai is even scarier, and these guys, they can just dive whatever. I do wonder, yeah, they'll be able to beat these spears if you're willing to sacrifice the HP, but you don't have to.
No.
There comes the other mounted samurai from the back.
Here we go. It's the classic Louis 1-2 on this side. On the other side, you just have to keep dealing with this.
He's just using his HP so effectively, and he's going to be able to grab another one unless Myriad pops it out and pops the other guy in. Yeah. Nice defense there.
TC. He doesn't even get the
Yuma Bannerman survives with 4 HP. That is... come on, Myriad. Pull the scouts. Get him.
Yeah.
Okay, those guys might be busy.
For the other side, trying to get more deer, but yeah, Louis knows, and he's not going to let him.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at the army right now, there is 7 mounted samurai out on the field. These 4 spears will very likely be eaten up because they don't have the mobility to get away from this at all.
Yep.
And then it's just 6 horse archers against 8 knights.
Yeah. And I'm not sure why that scout is so eager to fight. It looks like... Oh, I think he's distracted as well. These horse archers going down.
2 get immediately taken out, and Once again, Louis has the option to heal right now, has 2 Shinto priests at this point. And Myriad is going to be forced back into his base, but he also doesn't have enough in his base to defend this.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's so micro-intensive, right? Horse archers compared to mounted samurais, and Louis is going to be able to kind of raid and kind of multiple positions at once, so that and catch off guard some of the horse archers.
Louis is on the way to the 4th relic with his priest, by the way.
He's just so good at this.
I mean, my guess is there's also a priest on the way to the 5th relic, but I don't see him right now. Yeah, there he is.
Right there. 5 relics, imagine.
Oh god. Myriad does have a warrior monk though.
That shift Q is gonna, I think, eventually go on top anyways, but...
Yeah, no blacksmith upgrades on either side so far. No +1 for Myriad, no +1 defense for Louis.
Yeah, I think Louis is probably gonna have an easier time getting those. It's just directly from your building, right, that you're gathering gold anyways, but... Yeah. Definitely important for those blacksmith upgrades for Myriad, especially when you're using horse archers and healing those low health HBs, Louis, or low health knights.
Yeah, if you look at the destroyed value, it is not looking pretty for Myriad. It is 0.
No, I think that's... Wait a minute. Destroyed value.
He has not killed a single unit this game.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, first Ruse Knight is on the field now. We've got 18 horse archers with a bunch more coming, but...
Myriad's also going into knights as well, but the knight number is just only 1, and leaning more heavily into horse archers, I would say.
Yeah, I mean, I can see why you'd want the mobility to also be able to aggress at all, but I just don't see the horse archer numbers ever climbing high enough or far enough away from the current mounted samurai, the way Louis plays this. As we see this raid, let's see if it does any damage. Can he get the priest? No, he tries to shoot the knight, unfortunately.
Myriad has to move back until the charge expires, right? Because it's just so much damage otherwise.
Yeah, it's not a charge per se, but it is a speed up of the knights, and then they get their regular melee attack.
Yeah,
and Louis immediately pulls back the hurt one, and we see 2 more horse archers going down.
These trades are always just better for Louis, it seems.
Yeah.
24, 25 horse archers on the field, but it just looks like they're not getting enough value. Still no units killed by Myriad.
This is brutal. Myriad's army is all the way up there on the map, currently not in his base, and this wood line looks very exposed, but there is a sprinkled emplacement.
Yeah, Myriad with the military lead, but Louis just has a better army in terms of value and uses it so well to raid. Yeah. With this many horse archers, though, you can't really maneuver as easily as you otherwise would have. There's retreating.
You see Louis' walls going up now. He knows there is so many horse archers now that it's really, really dangerous. If I expose my villagers anywhere outside, I will lose them all immediately. But, you know, Louis also has a force that can just walk into the Ruse base, as shown in the bottom left. Myriad, though, seems to have reacted in time. There's a few spears to defend. There's not enough spears to defend, but this is under a sprinkled emplacement. So we'll see. But Louis is just not going to care and stay here. Myriad trying to go into the base, but there is no opening. And we see 2 more knights go down for the Ruse.
Yeah, but look at Myriad's villagers. His economy is so idle because of just 1 knight in his base right now.
Yeah.
And it ends up being a 4-1 relic split. Not quite 5 relics, but Louis is more than happy with this. And he just keeps pumping knights. He's not making any unity transition right here. It doesn't feel like he needs to. Maybe eventually he will, but right now he's happy with what he's able to do with his knights.
We've got 35 horse archers at this point. Now, I know I'm biased against horse archers, but how do you deal with the 22 mounted samurais without crossbows? As Louis goes in for another little raid, because you know my base is your base.
Well, if you're playing against Louis, that just seems to happen. Yeah, I mean, Myriad
this is a nice position though. These guys are all behind the Ruse base. Myriad has his entire army here. If he can catch them, That would be a big win for him.
Yeah, a lot of nice to be able to. Oh, he just. Ooh.
Oh, no. Myriad tries to go on the board. That is 5 villagers right there. And, well, they fight valiantly. I'll say that. Let's check out those guys in the corner.
Yeah, at least Myriad's able to get some of the knight picks here, but just in general, Myriad's always on the defensive, it looks like, to not be able to raid. Now, he is building up a knight front line, but he's just constantly under pressure by raids.
Yeah, and there's even more idle time, more villagers going down. Louis up to 20 eco kills. Where have we seen this before?
Yeah, I mean, it seems familiar. It's just, yeah, it looks like Louis is now getting the sacred sites as well. Yeah, I mean, look at the villager count. 35 versus 55, the 20 villager kills being so huge here. 4 relics as well.
Louis is also walling off the top side of the map now for himself. And yeah, Myriad is definitely feeling the pressure in this one. What is the plan to get back from this? You kind of just have to go for the horse archer raid.
Yeah, but I guess just Louis is not letting him. I mean, both players have highly mobile units. He's just always at the right place in the right time for raids. He's just so good at this.
Yeah, that was also a close call there. If Myriad was moving 1 tile further away, he would have not seen that knight come in, and his eco would have been idle once again. These knights don't want that fight. No. Goes for the charge, but loses 1 knight in return.
I think it's just kind of a power move. We're waiting for the...
I like the power move, but at the same time, these guys have deflective armor, so the charge did 0 damage.
Yeah, it's just an intimidation tactic, but I don't think it's working. On the other side, now Myriad's going to go for the dive, but I don't know.
This is a very nice touch, by the way. I wish more people would do that. You see the army come in. It's not really dangerous to you because you have a huge army to deal with it, but move the villagers away just in case.
Myriad is in a dangerous position here and get kind of sandwiched by 3 groups
what
of
is
knights.
this wraparound? This is horrible. Knights will be left behind here. They will not be making it out. The horse archers trying to kite around, getting away from here, but the numbers are not looking pretty for Myriad.
I mean, look at destroyed value, right? 8,000 versus 5,000. These horse archers are going to be able to kite, but there's just so many units from Louis.
Yeah, it is 31 mounted samurais. The army value is through the roof for him. But yeah. Myriad staying on horse archer knight.
Yeah, I mean, theoretically, you expect...
In theory, it's really nice.
Yeah, you expect the horse archers to be really good, but Louis is just so good at positioning his knights, getting value with his mounted samurai. He's moving out on the gold right now.
Yeah. Myriad would love to contest this in the slightest here, because he doesn't need as much gold as Ruse, right? Because he has all the tickets, he has all the passive income through high trade house. He sees this. This could be a nice comeback. I'll say comeback. This could be a nice opportunity for him to do some damage to Louis finally.
Yeah.
Still kiting, and it's a good position to be the one kiting here, but the numbers still just don't work out. It's 28 knights against 28 archers.
Yeah, but even if Louis gets like bad trades here, damage.
I mean, he needs to do this. This is his only way to trade out somewhat evenly. This is what horse archers want to do against knights.
Yeah. 26 horse archers down to about 25 knights now. He already gets a villager in that boar.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is that attack ping at the bottom? Is that Myriad attacking the gold? No, that is another mounted samurai on the boar.
I mean, look, Myriad just hasn't been able to send even 1 knight or even 1 horse archer to that gold, right?
Yeah, usually you'd expect, yeah, okay, I see that. I'm just gonna queue
he's
one
so
over.
busy.
But he just doesn't have the time.
Louis is just preoccupying him so much with these raids and you have to micro horse archers, right? It's just so micro intensive, so you just can't get a opportunity to go.
In this situation here, right, you have a few units running after this huge night ball, and now they're just going to turn around, and if you're busy somewhere else, you're just going to lose those units too.
Yeah, and another go. I mean, Louis just doesn't need to go any other units. He's just so good at raiding that he just Mountain Samurais forever.
Yeah.
The sacred sites are taken as well. The time we're getting picked. I mean, this is just kind of a same old story. Raiding, relics, sacred site timer.
Guys, you don't need any other units than knights. It just works.
I don't know if we don't need it. I think Louis doesn't need it. He's able to kind of close the distance in these fights, and Myriad
accepts defeat graciously here. What a stellar performance by loueMT. Great job.
Yeah, I mean, even watching it, it's just frustrating to watch as a caster as well. So much difficulty defending those villagers from all those raids. I mean, I wouldn't wish that on a new player. Looks like Louis' supporters and fans in the crowd are having a good time.
Yeah, they're having a good time. Louis have a good time, and I do think Myriad was also having a good time. Still, I think he enjoys playing against the best.
I think I think he should be happy with his performance. I mean, it's
yeah,
not
he played
easy.
well.
It's not easy playing against Louis with all those raids, and he definitely played really well earlier in the day, beating Magic 3-0. That's not something that's easy to do as well. So Myriad should definitely be happy about his performance in this tournament, and it's just a different. It's so difficult to play against Louis.
Yeah, it's just that we just sit here and say, yeah, I mean, you just have to defend your villagers, right? it's not that hard. How do you do that?
Yeah, against Louis, how do you do that? I mean, he's just so good at simultaneously attacking multiple positions at once, and you can't really give your attention to all the different. It's not even like once, right? He does it once, and then he just shift queues. I assume the timings are so perfect. Right when the villagers go back, there's again a raid happening. Anyways, all right. It looks like we're probably gonna have a an interview with Askeladd and Louis, and I know Askeladd is his favorite type of interview here.
Let's not make it a repeat performance from the garrison. Louis just has this interview style of, just giving very easy answers because it's very easy for him.
He has direct answers. He knows what he's gonna say. All right. He's going to make his way up here. And he's getting congratulated.
Right. I think Carl wants me to swap that out.
Yeah.
Good. There we go. Thanks, Yak. All right. Hey, Louis. Congratulations on your win. That was textbook. That was very impressive to everyone watching, to myself here. How are you feeling right now?
我感觉非常棒，非常棒。
He feels very good.
Yeah, very good.
Very good. So I'm always wondering if you're going into a tournament and there's like a clear skill difference, like you'd expect to win against Myriad on a given day. How worried are you going into such a game?
我怕，我看 Magic 前面那三局打的 Myriad 打得非常好，我怕我也一样会被他打爆。
He think when Myriad is versus Iron Magic, Myriad doing very well, so he's afraid that he would be beat by Myriad.
Yeah, but your playstyle with the constant raids from multiple directions and never actually losing any value doing that is so insane. Most people just cannot deal with that. Do you have anything to say about the games you just played?
保持自信，对，这样。
Be confident.
Nice. Well, good job. Other than that, how are you liking the tournament so far?
非常喜欢，非常喜欢。这里的现场食物也好，环境也好，大家社区的观众这个态度也好，都很友善，很棒。
He very like the tournament, no matter the food, the environment, or people around him.
Liking the American food? Well, I'll say I had hit and miss because Crackety had us go to fast food places. But other than that, it's been really, really nice here. I hope you have the same experience. How are you feeling otherwise, like health-wise? I know you had a horribly long flight to get here. Feeling jet lagged still?
感觉还 对，很累。然后刚来的时候还感冒了，身体不太好。但是今天休息了一天，感觉好多了。
He felt very tired when he come to America at first, but after like yesterday he sleeps very well. So today he's very good.
So we can expect good things from you tomorrow. I like that one. Well, thank you, Louis. I do hope that tomorrow goes well for you. What is your prediction for our next series? It is Wham going up against Valdemar. You dropped the game to Valdemar, so
希望沃德玛会带给我们惊喜，但是沃姆非常强劲，值得一看啊，值得一看。
He think Voldemort would win, but
if he played like that one game every single time.
yes, but the other guy is also very good. So
Yeah, I heard that about him.
yes, so the next game is very good to them.
All right. Well, thank you, Louis. I must say, your English has improved a lot. You understand everything I say immediately. So yeah, compliments on that, and yeah, good luck tomorrow.
拜拜。